Christian Financial. Thank you so much for watching our podcast, Real Estate Insider, where America goes for funding. Hope that you guys can hear. I think you guys should be able to. How's the audio on your side? Let me know. Appreciate all of you guys tuning in and watching the show and the channel. So it's Thursday night. Um, it's like getting ready to wind up the weekend. Hopefully you guys can hear and see me okay. So I appreciate all of you guys tuning in. Every Thursday we do our talk with Angelo live, and then we have all of our weekly videos that we do as well. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. We're here now. Uh, and if you guys don't know who we are, we're a nationwide commercial, residential, and private lender. We've been doing this for over 20 years. We've serviced thousands of people. You can look us up online, Angelo Christian Financial, Angelo Christian Mortgage, on our Instagram, our podcast. Call or text our office, 832 431 6331. You can reach us there 7 days a week on the website, official Angelo Christian. Please don't forget to subscribe, like that bell, enable notifications. Don't forget to share this with friends, family. We need all the help and support that we can get. So, uh, is the audio okay over there, guys? Is the audio, you guys, the sound okay? Some people have been saying that there's been issues with the sound. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay on your side. So I'm going to be talking about a few things tonight. And then again, if you guys have questions, no. Okay, cool. Thank you, Brian. Let me talk about a few things done on my side. And then if you guys got questions on your side, hit me up, let me know. And then you guys know I'm a big cigar guy. Tonight we're doing a Arturo Fuente. They do a really good job. And his cigars are not too expensive either. They're good. Good prices. So, first thing I want to talk about tonight is interest rates. Guys, interest rates are at the lowest level in 2024 since February. I mean, interest rates are down in the sixes now for a 30-year fixed mortgage. Not all mortgages are there, but conventional loans are, and FHA and government loans are. So it's the bottom line is they've came down about 1% since this whole nonsense inflation BS started. So it's a sign that things are going in the right direction. Rates are coming down. The Fed had an emergency meeting. Jobs market's not looking so good. So things are going in the right direction for real estate. And again, it's kind of like what we've been talking about all this year, what we predicted. We're getting closer to the election. And when that happens, rates kind of tend to trickle down. So why is that important? Well, think about it. If you're getting a $500,000 loan and it's 1% cheaper, that's going to save you $6,000 a year or $500 a month. So it is a significant savings, and I hope they go down another percent. We need it. We really need rates in the fives, so I'm hoping that we see that soon. We'll find out, and time will tell. But the bottom line, whether you're trying to do commercial, residential, private lending, I would highly encourage you to lock in that rate as soon as possible. Whether you're trying to get a pre-approval, you're closing, refinancing, cash out, home equity, you definitely want to lock in and get a lower rate as soon as you can, just to take advantage of the opportunity. You know, maybe you got a loan in the last 2 years and your rate's 8%, 9%, 10%. It might be time to think about refinancing, guys. You know, that's the point I'm trying to make. in order to refinance, the one thing that I will say, it should make at least 2% benefit to you. So if you're refinancing to 6%, you should have at least an 8% or higher rate. You shouldn't be refinancing to 6% if you're paying 6.5% right now. That's not going to benefit you. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So that's the kind of the update on interest rates right now in the U.S. Um, so the other thing I want to talk about, just kind of shifting gears, we cater to a lot of real estate investors, and we work with a lot of them doing Section 8 housing. We've done some special episodes on Section 8 housing, whether it's single family or multifamily, and that is a great thing to get involved with. And it's not too complicated. We've gone over training sessions of how to build a portfolio with Section 8 housing. If you guys aren't familiar with that, it's basically where you can get the government, whether it's local or state, to participate in the rent receivables for your properties with subsidies from the tenants. So, for example, if you have a 20 unit apartment complex and you want to do half of it Section 8, the government, in that county or city will give you payments for the rent for those tenants to live there. And the other portion of it, you can lease out to just regular, people. You can do a mixture or combination. It doesn't all have to be Section 8. So, but the benefit is basically guaranteed payment, and that's a big concern with a lot of investors is making sure they get their rent payment. Well, when you're doing Section 8, it's guaranteed, right? As long as that person still lives there. I mean, and you can make that thing as big as you want to make it. You know, I've seen some people they've had as many as 1,500 units, um, and they're doing very well. Some people just have a few units. So, but you can make a lot of money on it. Usually, the spread, the profit that people are making is about 16%. So if you're leasing out a door for 1,000 a month, you're making about $160 a month profit. So you can do the math. If you have 100 units times 160, then you're making you know 16,000 a month of profit, or 180,000 a year of net income. I'm not talking about gross income. I'm talking about net to your bottom line to you. It is kind of like a long term, build wealth slowly. Um, but it is real. It is sustainable. You can have a property management company help you. You can get signed up with affordablehomes.com for the Section 8 to get approved, get your LLC, get a lender like us to finance the projects. So it's all kind of mapped out for you, um, and it can happen. You know, so I mean, there's a lot of things you can do, and whether it's not, I mean, the other opposite, the other side of that is if you do like Airbnb or short-term rentals. Now that the income isn't guaranteed, but it's a lot higher margins, right? So like instead of making 16%, you can make 70%, but you're not going to probably, and it depends, always have that property leased out. I have a lot of clients that do short-term rentals, and some of them, depending on the location, are booked through the year, and some of them are not. Some of them are seasonal. So it depends on what where the property is located and how much demand is there. I think that plays a big role in it too. But we do all the different types of programs like DSCR, investor cash flow, hard money, bankruptcy, foreclosure bailout, bridge loans, no doc loans, lines of credit, investor loans, all kinds of finance packages for you. So We're here as your lending hub, your source to help you with any type of financing that you need. Um, the only thing that we don't do is we don't do small loans below 50,000. We really don't do raw land loans. Um, it's really on a case by case basis, not our specialty, but we do construction loans, mobile home loans, um, you know, all those type of loans are fine. Um, FHA, VA, jumbo, no doc. We go down to a 500 credit score. We do a lot of down payment assistance. We have down payment assistance programs up to $50,000 to help people to help you to get pre-approved. So, like if you're buying a $500,000 house, you can get 50,000 up to 50,000 contribution to help you with the purchase of your home. So I think that's a really important thing. The other thing that I think is really valuable, whoever you end up deciding to go with as a lender, I know we've talked about this a lot, is there's a hard credit check versus a soft credit check. And I highly recommend whoever you work with that you don't do a hard credit check out the gate because it affects your credit score and affects your eligibility. So, and you don't want to have that affect your credit score with a hard inquiry because it lowers your points. And whether you can have a soft credit check to get through the process, and then ultimately, when you get closer to the loan closing, then you can do a hard credit check. But you don't need to do that in the beginning because the credit scores are the same. It doesn't really make any sense. So, my thought is, when you're working with a lender, ask them, hey, are you doing a hard credit check on us or soft? Because it doesn't make any sense in this day and age because the soft credit check is the same score as the hard check. So why are we doing a hard credit check on somebody? It's three times more expensive, sometimes five times more expensive, and it hurts your score. Now, to close on a loan, oh, something's running through those palm trees. To close on a loan, you have to have a hard credit check, and I'm not denying that, but I'm saying to get started, it's not necessary. So that's my 2 cents on it. So yeah, I mean, like I said, if you need help with finding, and you can check us out on our YouTube, we have over 1,700 videos on there. We've been doing this now for on YouTube since 2017, 7 years. We've been lending since 2004, 20 years. So, I mean, my whole thing is that we wanted to have a huge buffet of product to help people to solve as many problems as we could to help people to get funding, regardless of the situation, um, and deliver a loan for them to get to the street, to get to the market, um, and all be open, 7 days a week, give great service to figure it out to get it done. Now we can't get everything done. We're not perfect, but we definitely care. We put forth the effort. So those are I think, two of the most important components in any business. You know, so we have a lot of information on our YouTube channel. So if you have more questions, you want to get more information, don't be a stranger. Call or text our office. You can reach us at 832-431-6331. You can go on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can go to our website, Official Angelo Christian, and check us out. You can go to our Google Business, Angelo Christian Mortgage. We've got a ton of reviews there that you can check out. I mean, you can see everything there. So appreciate all of you guys tuning in and watching the channel. If we can help with anything else, let us know. We'll be back again next week. call or text my office 832-431-6334. And you guys take care. Be safe. Have a great weekend. We'll